if you plan on doing paid ads and limit yourself just to Facebook, you are doomed, my friend. Let me tell you why. Because I have been through hell, and I call it hell because this happened during the most critical time of my life, and that's when I was getting married. Now pay attention, because this is the most important part of this training video. Warren Buffett, CEO and founder of Berkshire Hathaway, he is worth $86 billion. Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, he is worth $96 billion. That's like a big ass chunk of total worth if you ask me. How did they do it? I was fascinated by this. I wanted to research this and really just wanted to lock myself in a room and figure out how did they do it. In my research, I found something really fascinating. I found that Warren Buffett and Bill Gates have been friends since a young age. I came across actually a video of them, an encounter they had when they first met.
Shortly after I met Bill Gates, Bill's dad asked each of us to write down on a piece of paper one word that would best describe what had helped us the most. Bill and I, without any collaboration at all, each wrote the word focus.
You see, me and Qadeer focused on just one thing, and that was how to generate leads and sales from cold traffic profitably since the last 4 years, and we are obsessed with it. We launched a brand new funnel and took it to $1 million within a year. We scaled our agency and took it to $100,000 within 4 months. We partnered up on a high ticket offer and generated $250,000 in 3 months. We are spending 6 figures a month just on YouTube ads alone, generating high ticket clients. As you can see in this video, yesterday we spent around 6 grand on YouTube ads. In the last 7 days, it's about $32,000. In the last 30 days, we spent around $125,000. And depending upon when you're watching this video, this would probably be a lot higher than 6 figures every month. And if I go to campaigns section, you will see that all of those video campaigns, like all of these are video campaigns with a few GDN campaigns for retargeting, but mostly they're all YouTube ads, and you can see that there are a lot of them. Now take a look at the ad spend of the last 6 months. Just give me a moment. Okay, here you go. Let's copy this and see the conversion in US dollars. Here you go. Let that sink in. That's more than $500,000 of advertising spend in the last 6 months alone. You see, this is the only thing we do when everyone else is talking about dropshipping, Amazon, e-com or Shopify, MLM or network marketing, affiliate marketing, product launches. This is none of that. I mean, all this time we are focused on just one thing, and that is generating leads, sales, and high ticket clients from cold traffic of YouTube. Now, all of this happened because we took a major hit in our business. Back in 2017, I shared a year-long case study of how we're using webinar funnels to generate leads and sales from cold traffic, which is the only thing we did in 2016, if you ask me. And at that time, we weren't using YouTube. We were driving traffic from Facebook and Google Display Network, like GDN. That Facebook post helped hundreds of people improving their webinar funnels, and I was invited as a guest speaker by Webinar Jam to talk about high ticket clients acquisition from cold traffic using webinars with Lawton Childs. Great copywriter, by the way, and he has worked with some really badass entrepreneurs. That same post connected us with a lady, and I'm not at liberty to tell her name because of the type of offer she was running. So let's just call her Princess Diana, because I mean, who wouldn't love her, right? Now, Princess Diana, in before April 2017, she was doing live weekly webinars every Wednesday and Thursday when she reached out to us. She was exhausted by doing live webinars every week to generate high ticket clients, which was really a struggle at that point. She had a planned trip to Hawaii on the same month she reached out, meaning she wouldn't be able to do live webinars for the next 6 weeks during her trip, which meant a total full stop to her income. So we took her on board and started working on the automated funnel. We completed the funnel in a week, and it was scheduled to go live on Tuesday, 18th of April 2017 at 6 hours basically before her flight. She was worried sick that if the evergreen funnel won't work with cold traffic, she wouldn't have the money to pay her staff and the tools I asked her to invest after coming back from Hawaii. And basically, she would have to start from the beginning. So we launched the funnel driving traffic only from Facebook ads and got our first sale just 2 hours before her flight. Immediately going after live. And at that time, she was in the airport, piercing through the crowd with her husband, laptop bag on her shoulder, cell phone on one hand, and coffee on the other hand. I called her to give the good news of the first sale that came in, and this was her response when she almost dropped her coffee because of the excitement. She said, "I felt like dancing like a monkey in the middle of all those people." Who wouldn't, right? That was her first passive sale where she didn't have to do a live webinar. I guess you could say Princess Diana was happy. She most definitely was. Now keep in mind that she will be away for the next 6 weeks with limited internet connection most of the time. We, on the other hand, kept optimizing the traffic and started getting sales consistently. In April, we made $4,940. Now, like I said, most gurus out there, they just share the revenue shots and not the net income. We are not like them. So in April, we made $4,940 and the Facebook ad spend was $4,221. So we made a profit of $718, not counting the payment plan. So the actual profit was more than that. Pretty good for a brand new funnel working with cold traffic, profitable right away. Yes. Right? In May, we improved the funnel, placed some comprehensive follow-up sequences in place, and that month, the total revenue was $12,693. And we did that after spending $9,358 on Facebook ads. And our profit for that month was $3,324. You see, she didn't do a single live webinar, and all we did was improved the existing funnel, and Facebook ads was our only traffic source, and it was working just fine. We planned on going really aggressive next month. She came back and had some amazing pictures and videos for us to use that she took in Hawaii. So we plan to have an awesome June. And here comes June. First week of the June was slow, because then we started increasing the ad spend after first week and got to the point where we were spending $1,000 per day. So in June, the total revenue was $64,150, and we spent around $37 on Facebook ads. Our profit was $27,000, give or take. Princess Diana was like, "Holy shit." That's what she said. "I must be dreaming. I knew other people were doing it and living the internet lifestyle, but I had no idea if I could make that happen from cold traffic. And the best part is it's massively scalable," which I told her, by the way. We were happy as well because Princess Diana was like the very first person we took on board and built her entire high ticket funnel from the ground up profitably from cold traffic. So next month we planned on going more aggressive, because the common sense is if the funnel is working with paid traffic, you should spend more to make more, right? What could possibly go wrong? So next month in July, we floored the accelerator and started spending $2,000 per day. In July, we spent around $69,319, and that was our first 6 figures month with cold traffic, and boy, we were on the moon. We made almost $103,000 in total revenue, and our profit was $34,321. Now, pay attention. Compare the profit margin from the last month versus this month. Not a very exciting jump, right? But I mean, we were happy anyway because it's still a 34K in a month. I mean, just close your eyes and imagine what an extra 34 grands can do to your life. Especially when you made that much without lifting a finger, without talking to anyone, without writing any blog post or creating any videos, without learning new things. And on top of that, you did that by doing what you love, impacting hundreds of lives around the world, becoming the person of your dreams, spending time with your family, and have the freedom to do whatever you want because you know your business doesn't depend on anyone. You can generate leads and sales on demand using cold traffic. That's super powerful if you ask me, doesn't it? I mean, it is, right? That month brought a lot of changes in our lives. Princess Diana bought a car for her husband because he was commuting 2 hours every day back and forth from his job, which, by the way, he now has resigned and working full time with us growing this business. She also moved to a beautiful house which she has been dreaming for the last 6 years. Me, on the other hand, bought my first real estate property and started the construction of my first ever home. But the biggest change for me was I proposed to the love of my life and we planned on getting married in 6 months. You see, I'm the eldest brother in our family, and in our culture here in Pakistan, being eldest, you have a lot of responsibilities. Taking care of the whole family is one of them, which I love doing, by the way, and I'm eternally grateful that I have been doing that for quite a few years now. While we were enjoying our riches, Mark Zuckerberg had some different plans for us. It started with all of our winning ads getting disapproved all of a sudden at the same time. I'm not just talking about conversion ads. I'm talking about all the cold traffic campaigns and the targeting campaigns. Basically everything that was running smoothly for the last 2 months starting getting disapproved, and no matter what we do, our ads gets disapproved every time. And whenever we try to contact the support through chat, they manually approve the ads, which after 2 to 3 days gets disapproved again by Facebook bot, and they fucked up all the optimization. And it was a real nightmare situation. I had Facebook Ads Manager application installed on my phone, and I was looking at the ads disapproval notifications like a hawk, like a laser targeted hawk. I had a special warning notification sound that I assigned to Facebook application, so I don't have to check my phone for every notification, and it sounded like this. Whenever this notification sound came up, I felt like having a mini heart attack, and it doesn't matter where I am. I check my phone when I'm eating, I check my phone when I'm in the washroom, I check my phone in the middle of the night when I'm asleep. I was hysterical and totally out of control, but I kept my cool in front of Princess Diana, and we still managed to have a good month because we launched a backup offer in August just to make up for all of these Facebook ads account troubles. So during all this struggling time, we were only able to spend like around $15,000 on Facebook ads and still managed to make $60,000 in total revenue. We thought Facebook ads is just being volatile and it will end anytime soon and things will be back on track. Well, they did not. Things escalated real bad when we got the ad account shut down. Yes, that happened. And I saw the worst line ever with that red exclamation mark. And we all know that you can never tell the reason why the ad account got shut down to begin with. We tried reaching out to customer support just to get the same generic message of death every time. And I think I don't have to tell you what that message is, right? I mean, take a look at this if you don't know what I mean. So me and Qadeer started appealing the account every day. I mean, we could open up a new account, but warming up that account and taking into 2000 spend per day is going to take a lot of time. We did created backup accounts anyway, just to have backups in place and just in case we don't get the account back. But man, I mean, there was just so much data in that account. It was really hard letting it go. Long story short, I don't know what worked, and honestly, you can never tell, but we got the ad account back. It felt like we have accomplished the impossible. Anyway, this time we were careful and started warming up the backup accounts at the same time and building pixel data. You see, we like to think we are smart, right? In September, we were only able to spend around $9,000 and we managed to make $30,000. That's a decent $21,000 in profit, so not bad at all. In October, we were careful and increased the ad spend at a slow pace because ads were still getting disapproved even after being manually reviewed and approved by the Facebook mob. We spent around $34,475 and made back $69,177. And the profit was around $34,700. And this was the fourth quarter. Remember all the Q4 advertising cost jump? All the advertisers started spending more and competing more for the same impressions, and the bidding war began. Me and Qadeer dropped everything else we were doing and fully focused on this one funnel because of what Warren Buffett and Bill Gates taught us, and that was focus. So we focused on just one high ticket funnel and started pacing things up in November. It was really important for me to make sure this funnel keeps on working because I was about to get married in 4 months and I had to keep the cash flow consistent because of the construction of the house we were building, which is where I will live after getting married. So according to my calculations and the budget allocated for both my wedding ceremony and the construction of the house, we needed to generate at least $50,000 for the next 4 months. So I couldn't afford any distractions or mishaps. On top of that, we planned to pause the traffic for 2 weeks in December during the holidays. So we needed to make sure we have enough funds to bear 2 weeks planned pause of Facebook ads and revenue. November didn't start off good. We had trouble getting the ads approved. Our CPM rose from $18 to $46. Our cost per lead increased from $4 to $12. And whenever we got an ad approved and its optimization starts, somehow after 3 days, Facebook bot disapproves the ad. And we had to get the new ads approved, meaning the optimization will start from the very beginning for this new creative. I mean, those were really difficult times. Even Instagram filters couldn't hide the sadness in my eyes and the deep-rooted fear. I'm telling you seriously, the deep-rooted fear that I won't be able to reach the goal of $50,000 for this month. Whole November was the busiest month of the year. I never stepped out of my room for the whole month. I am always logged in the Facebook Business Manager to get the new creatives and ads up for approval as soon as any old creative gets disapproved for literally no reason at all. So in November, we spent $53,290 and luckily we had another 6-figure month. We made $117,000 with a net profit of $63,861. That by far was our best month ever as far as the net profit is concerned. And I was happy because we achieved the goal of 50K for the month. Princess Diana was happy because she was planning her next trip to Bali, Indonesia Me and Qadeer, on the other hand, planned a trip to Dubai the following month because we had to pause the traffic anyway and for a possible future business project we have in our pipeline. Here's the truth. Believe it or not, my happy place is not visiting exotic places or buying luxury cars. My happy place is being with my family and making sure I can provide for them and able to fulfill their desires. That's what makes me the most happiest person in the world. I'm not sure whether I shared this before with you or not, so here it goes. My wedding was arranged marriage, meaning I didn't know much about the love of my life before getting married. This might sound funny and possibly strange to some people, but that's the truth and part of our culture, which I respect a lot. I did see my beautiful future wife to be before the marriage, even though her parents were reluctant. But I asked my parents to request her parents for a possible dinner party, and that's where I saw her, and she converted me successfully. Now, my future wife at that time was not supposed to talk to me before marriage, so I respected that and I got her number from my mother and texted her instead. I didn't call, I texted her. And I said, look, I know you're not going to tell your wishes to your parents about what type of functions, decoration, and parties should be, but you gotta let me know because I will do my best to make that happen. She was extremely hesitant telling me those wishes, but eventually she gave up and mentioned a few of her wishes, which are these. And all of these things actually happened in our wedding ceremony, which made her happy and me the happiest person in the world. The reason I'm telling you all this is because I don't own any jet or supercars, because that's not me. I'm a down to earth person and not a very high maintenance, to be honest. Now back to our visit. Our visit to Dubai was partially recreational but heavily a business trip, as we were planning some projects with a very renowned multinational business entity. During our trip, we didn't spend a lot of time improving Princess Diana's funnel or the campaigns. We just let them run and didn't touch any campaign that were running for the last month. Only things we were doing were refreshing creatives to try and get the rising cost per conversion down, but we were failing miserably. And on top of that, we were facing consistent ads disapproval no matter what type of ads we run or which account, Facebook page or domain we run traffic to. We had to get the ads approved manually. After 3 days, they get disapproved again. So in December, we were only able to spend $16,150 and made a total revenue of $46,119, netting us close to $30,000, 20 grand less than the goal for this month, and 100% increase in headache, sleeplessness, and stress. We paused the ads on 12th December. I wish I could say we enjoyed Dubai, visited places that tourists can't visit because of our host, but that would be a lie. We were accessing the Facebook Business Manager from Teamwork because we didn't want to get into trouble of logging into the Ads Manager from a different location and end up getting the accounts banned, which, by the way, does happen when you're doing Facebook ads. So I didn't even spend the new year in Dubai. I was so eager to get back to my home office and start stretching legs for a massive new year. After enjoying the new year, we resumed the ads on 9th January 2018. Now this time we wanted to scale real hard because of the wedding of my future wife's dream and the construction of the house. So we were thinking nothing could go wrong because we are extremely careful with everything. The ad account is quite mature now. We have spent more than $200,000 in this ad account. So we're not going to do any test for now. We will just resume the old ads that were active and approved for the last few weeks. Okay. Now, what could possibly go wrong? Even Even saying that, I had a feeling deep down that Facebook will fuck things up anytime. Because I have seen a lot of people complaining the past month about irregularities and whatnot, but I was being optimistic and thought that that's part of the game and volatility is part of advertising. Why was I wrong? Profitable ads went live on 9th January and we had no sale for the next 2 days and we were down by almost $2,000. Third day we had few sales but just broke even. And the same pattern kept on till all hell break loose. From 9th to 24th January, we were almost at the end of the first month of 2018 with zero profit from Facebook ads and we spent close to $13,000. We did generate some sales, but there was zero profit. We were at the last week of January and close to nowhere of our goal of $50,000 for this month. In fact, we were losing money. Now this was putting me under a lot of pressure because my wedding was coming up in 3 weeks and I had literally zero cash for the wedding ceremony, decorations, or to fulfill the desires of my beautiful bride-to-be. Because most of the money I was making was going into the construction of the house, and being the only income source of the whole family, I lost my sleep. I couldn't eat properly. I wasn't talking to anyone. I just closed myself to my room and that's where I ate. I ate there, I drank there, pretty much kept to myself, and I wasn't even working because I lost focus. I stayed awake till 4 a.m. in the morning throughout January, and it's not like I was working. I was trying to figure out why this working funnel just stopped producing results. I tried everything: duplicating ads, creating new ads, new copies, new pixel event optimization, new campaign objectives, ran campaigns in the backup accounts. There was no such thing I didn't try, but it was just not working anymore. And I said to myself, like, this is the worst thing that could happen to anyone, and at the worst timing as well, because we dropped all the other projects just to focus on this one. To my surprise, I still has to face the worst, and that's when our business manager got banned. That was it. I hit the rock bottom, completely out of ideas and not enough time to take things back to where they were before. And I kind of just lost it. I still remember literally crying like a baby at 2 a.m. in the morning, lying on my bed, watching the ceiling fan because I haven't even bought my wedding suit yet. I was desperate and clueless with no time to take things back on track. While I was pulling my hair, figuring out what to do, there came my guardian angel. And luckily, it was not some stranger. It was my brother from another mother, Qadeer. This guy started testing things on YouTube back in July when our ads started getting disapproved all of a sudden without my knowledge, because he was smart enough to see what could happen and preparing for the day we just encountered. As you can see in this video, this ad account was created on 5th of July. Now, YouTube ads are not new to Qadeer. He ran YouTube ads for various clickbank offers successfully in the past, but this was the first time he started doing that for high ticket offers. He started playing with YouTube ads for Princess Diana's funnel and spent $300 in July and paying $60 for a conversion. Yikes. Next month, he spent $157 and the cost per conversion dropped to $26. He didn't stop there because he was getting leads, so he knew about the potential. He just needed the perfect script that would generate high quality leads, which would end up buying our high ticket offer. So in September, he almost spent $800 testing a bunch of different scripts for ads, different targeting options, different type of campaigns, which he will share with you in a moment. So stick around for that. In that month, the cost per conversion was still not looking so good. Same thing happened in October and November, where he spent just over $1,300 and the cost per conversion was nothing close to where we want it to be. Looking at the CPC and our endless troubles with Facebook ads, he kept going and didn't give up. December was the worst month of YouTube ads, where he lost almost $500. Now at that point, he put together a framework adding everything in it, basically what works with YouTube ads and why he got $26 cost per conversion in August and why it was all the way up to $258 in December. He put together the script, the type of landing page that works and what type of campaign structure works to generate leads and sales from YouTube ads, regardless of what type of offer you run or which niche you're in. Throughout all that time, we were doing so good on Facebook ads, and I was too stubborn thinking that Facebook ads is just being volatile and we can get things back on track. We just need to set up new ad account and start from beginning. And honestly, that was the only solution I had in mind, because Facebook ads has worked so well for us, and also due to my biased thinking that there is nothing better than Facebook ads out there to drive leads and sales profitably. So my plan was new credit cards, new domain, new ad accounts, etc. I mean, you know the routine, right? But like I said, I was getting married in 3 weeks. There was just not enough time. So the day after our business manager got shut down, Qadeer said, I need to show you something. And that's when he shared with me what he was doing in the last 6 months. In other words, trying to save my ass. After looking at that and having no other option anyway, Qadeer started YouTube ads from 25th of January, and man, oh man, I was surprised. We were getting $1 leads and double sales conversion rate compared to our best days on Facebook. So here's the recap of January. We almost lost $13,000 on Facebook ads and made a couple of grand in sales before Facebook shut down our business manager. And on the other hand, we spent just $1,000 on YouTube and made $48,954. At first, I just couldn't believe it. I mean, who could, right? We have only seen numbers like this on Facebook, and that was way back in 2015. We have never seen numbers like this on YouTube. That's when I told him, bro, I will be busy this month on my wedding, which by the way was on 17th February. So you gotta take things over and pump YouTube ads for this funnel. We completely turned off Facebook and all the backup accounts and everything else. Guess what happened? February 2018, the month I was getting married, we had our record-breaking month. We did $76,192 from an ad spend of just $14,400 with a sweet profit margin of $61,000. That's $1 in and $5 out right away, not counting the payment plan. So the actual profit is way much more. And that's the second best thing of February. The first best thing was we had the wedding of my wife's dream, which is what I wanted, and it was very emotional month for me because we moved to our new home with my bride and I couldn't be much happier. And here's the reason why. During all that time, Qadeer was testing YouTube ads to generate leads and sales. He put together a framework that is fail-proof. I will talk more about this in a moment. There were ads disapproval in YouTube, yes, but unlike Facebook, he was able to get the ads back up and running in no time, and you can actually do that by getting on a phone call with Google support team. That's super helpful. In fact, he got so good at being compliant with YouTube ads that now when they disapprove our ads, sometimes even they don't understand the reason behind the disapproval, and Qadeer helped them understand how to resolve it. During his time testing YouTube ads to generate leads and sales profitably, he even made a Google compliant website template that we use and share with all of our students to get their website and ads approved within no time. And we actually run quite aggressive ads using that template without getting banned. And here's the best part, which I saved for the last. We have been literally jumping from spending $1,000 per day to all the way up to $5,000 per day within a couple of weeks, and without getting banned on brand new ad accounts. I was in heaven. But at the same time, afraid as well, because I didn't want to jinx the outstanding results we were getting with YouTube ads. So instead of scaling like crazy on YouTube ads, we only spent $43,300 in March 2018, and guess how much we made. We made a whooping $120,000 with a profit margin of $76,763. Our best month so far. Can you see the pattern here? I was limiting myself to just Facebook ads and losing the potential of one of the greatest traffic source with massive untapped inventory. That's when we got really serious about YouTube ads. And after I got back from my honeymoon in April, I went into research mode and figured out why YouTube ads work so well to generate leads and sales profitably, and why it's the best and the highest converting traffic source, no matter whether you do it for high-ticket clients, Amazon, Shopify, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, yada, yada, yada. I mean, here's the reason behind why it's the best traffic source out there, and you should never ignore it.